Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 55th graduation commencement ceremony of Breckinridge County High School. Tonight, we honor some extraordinary young men and women. Tonight, we celebrate an extraordinary class. On March 13th, these young men and women, this extraordinary class, the class of 2020, walked the halls of Breckinridge County High School for the last time. COVID-19 changed education for the past 2 months. It may have changed education forever, for all we know. It changed our graduation ceremony as I stand in an empty auditorium awaiting each individual graduate to congratulate them and present them with their diplomas. But COVID-19 can't touch the impact the class of 2020 had on BCHS for the last 4 years. COVID-19 can't remove the memories we made. Scoring an average of 19.3 on your ACT as a class and ranking in the top 50 of schools in Kentucky can't be touched. Being awarded almost $2 million in scholarships and awards can't be touched. Winning a volleyball regional championship, a baseball regional championship, and a baseball state Final Four run can't be touched. Packing every opponent's gym or stands because that is what Tiger Nation does can't be touched. Having this special night, as different as it may be, can't be touched. Class of 2020, I want to thank you for all the memories and the impact you've had on Breckinridge County High School. You were missed, you will be missed, but you will always be remembered. At this time, please join me in welcoming the following groups for tonight's graduation ceremony. The guest of honor, the class of 2020. The BCHS faculty and staff. Distinguished platform guest, Chairperson of the Breckinridge County Board of Education, Ms. Tanya Sattel. Vice Chairperson of the Breckinridge County Board of Education, Ms. Vanessa Lucas. Breckinridge County Board of Education member, Ms. Joy Campbell. Breckinridge County Board of Education member, Mr. Rick Taylor. Breckinridge County Board of Education member, Mr. Mark Biggs. Assistant Superintendent, Ms. Jamie Knuckle. Breckinridge County Superintendent, Dr. Nick Carter. Breckinridge County High School Guidance Counselor, Ms. Sarah Butler. Breckinridge County High School Guidance Counselor, Ms. Chandra Dow. Breckinridge County High School Assistant Principal, Mr. Jonathan Bennett. Breckinridge County High School Assistant Principal, Mr. Stace McElfresh. Breckinridge County High School Curriculum Specialist, Ms. Jamie Anthony. Breckinridge County Area Technology Center Principal, Ms. Emma Martin. Breckinridge County High School Transition Readiness Coordinator, Mr. John Miller. At this time, we would ask everyone to join me as the BCHS Concert Band under the direction of Mr. Ricky Dudgeon honors America and our armed forces with the playing of our national anthem. would now like to honor the following teachers who have reached milestones in their careers. Mr. Rob Garrett, 5 years of service. Mr. Phil Jennings, 10 years of service. Mr. Ricky Dudgeon, 10 years of service. Miss Stephanie Barr, 15 years of service. Miss Sarah Butler, 15 years of service. Miss Chandra Dow, 20 years of service. Mr. Buddy Macy, 20 years of service. Mr. Dwayne Mitchum, 20 years of service. Miss Kim Shrewsbury, 20 years of service. Mr. Randy Howard, 25 years of service. Mr. Stace McElfresh, 25 years of service. And Mr. Brian O'Reilly, 30 years of service. We will now be honored with our salutatorian address by Mr. Noah Dow.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. To start, I would just like to say thank you. Thank you to the families that have helped the class of 2020 get here and where they are today. Thank you to my family for going above and beyond for me throughout the years. Thank you to the teachers that have supported and inspired us in our schooling careers. And thanks to God, because none of us would be here without Him. And finally, thank you, class of 2020, for a great ride these past 12 years. Looking back now, it's true, time does fly, and it seems like only yesterday that I was painting those little handprint turkey drawings in kindergarten. Now, little did I know then that I'd still be doing that in the 8th grade. No one would have guessed that we'd had to say goodbye to the high school under such unusual circumstances. Right now, I'm talking to an empty audience giving a salutatorian address. Now, our last day of high school was pretty uneventful. Nobody made a big deal out of it. There was no fuss. But it was the last day we were really here. It was just a normal old day. You know, this place, sometimes we called it boring or grueling work. But at the end of the day, this place has given us a lot. It's given us friendships and education and memories to last a lifetime. Now, this isn't the graduation that many of us were expecting, but it's exactly what we got. It reminds me of this old adage that my dad has said throughout the years. My father, as many of you know, logs for a living, and sometimes when I'll go to help him, he always has one saying that comes up more than the others. He always says that if something can go wrong at an inconvenient time, oh, it will. And when he means it, he means like hooking up a tree or something along those lines, something breaking on a piece of equipment. But for us, that's not what it meant. For us, it meant we were finally going to reap the benefits of hard work. We wanted our farewell tour, our 2014 Derek Jeter send-off, where he got everything handed to him. He got gifts, was elected to an all-star team, even though he probably didn't deserve it. We wanted that send-off. But something had to go wrong. Now, the way I see it, we can take a lesson from all this. We could be sad that we didn't get our senior season or our prom or our normal graduation. We could find a way to make something good out of it. See, life is always going to knock us down. And what makes people great isn't the fact that they never get knocked down. It's how fast they get back up. Now, what we got to do is we got to get back up. We got to go out into the world and find a way to give our God-given talents and abilities a place in this world. It's our job to find where those abilities fit. Good luck, class of 2020, and God bless you.
Thank you, Noah. We will now be honored with our valedictorian address by Lauren Whitfield.
Good evening, everybody, or rather to the few people who get to hear me give this speech in the moment. So I'm going to do my best to imagine that I'm giving this speech to the other 143 of you in the class of 2020. Over the past 4 years, some of you have got to know me really well, some of you only semi-know me, and others, well, you probably know me as that short, smart girl. Whatever the case may be, I, your valedictorian, am honored to have the opportunity to give this speech. When trying to decide what I should write, I decided that I didn't want it to be the traditional, and let's face it, usually kind of boring speech. However, I have to throw some of that in there just because I'm supposed to give you guys advice. So, as I was trying to determine what I should say, I needed a little inspiration. As anyone else would do, I Googled it. That's when I quickly found myself watching YouTube graduation speeches, and that got me nowhere. So I decided, you know what, I got this. And then I started writing. Full disclosure, though, I wrote most of this at midnight, but hey, that's when inspiration struck. I mean, at least it wasn't an hour before I had to give this thing, which is how most of you got through high school. Anyways, joking aside, I really do want to leave you all with something worthwhile, something meaningful, and one word kept coming to mind: reflection. Here lately, we've all had plenty of time for that. Some of us probably a little too much. When our senior year started in August, we were all excited for this final year. Everything was going great, and before we knew it, Christmas break was already here and half the year was over. We came back in January, and for a lot of us, senioritis had already taken over. We could see the light at the end of the tunnel. The end of February and the beginning of March came around, and we were ready for all the best parts of the year. And then suddenly it was over, cut off and ended. When we left school on March 13th, we never imagined it would be our last day, but it was. While I could stand up here and reflect on all that we've missed out on, I'm not going to. I've come to realize that yes, it's important to grieve for what we've lost, but it's more important to realize that what we've gone through is so much more than just a pandemic. I believe that there's a lesson to be learned from everything, and that there's always a silver lining. While COVID-19 might be the reason we never went back to school after March 13th, while we didn't get to have an April 18th prom, as Miss Butler would say, didn't get to say one last goodbye to everybody, and the reason I'm awkwardly giving a speech that's supposed to be for my fellow classmates to exactly 0 of you. However, it's also the reason we've gotten closer to our families, realize how important it is to cherish every moment in life, realize how lucky we are to have the freedoms that we have, and realize the importance of spending time with the ones we love. Maybe this virus was meant to be our wake-up call, meant to make us realize that sometimes you just have to stop and take a breath. If there's anything I've learned over the years, it's that just because you plan something doesn't mean it's going to happen, but oftentimes the things that are unplanned are the things that teach us the most and sometimes can be the best things that ever happened to us. As I said, you can learn something from everybody and everything. I might be standing up here giving this speech because my GPA says I'm one of the smartest people in the room. But for those of you who really know me, know that I always state the facts. The simple fact is that a GPA doesn't make me any more worthy of giving advice than the rest of you. Half the things I know I've learned from you, my fellow members of the class of 2020. Maddie taught me not to be afraid to be yourself. Gavin taught me that sometimes you just need to say forget your work and play rook. Ashley taught me to never give up on people. Megan taught me that it's okay to be a little crazy sometimes. Braxton taught me that you might make the same mistake 50 times, but eventually you'll learn from it. Janae taught me to have faith in myself. Now I could keep going, but after the past 4 years, you all have also taught me that if you stay on something too long, like a PowerPoint note of slides during lecture, that eventually everyone will be asleep. Although since you're not sitting in front of me and obligated to listen to this, some of you have probably already tuned out anyways. My point is this: even if something doesn't seem like you can learn from it, I promise you that you can. If all else fails, it can teach you what not to do. So I encourage all of you to figure out what it is that you can learn from this point in our lives. What is it that you need to remember from now on, or what is it that you need to do? Let this unplanned end to our senior year teach you something that will change your life. Don't let it be an unplanned thing that did nothing for you but give you a miserable few months. Life lessons are like mistakes. They don't go away unless you learn from them. So learn your lesson from this now rather than later. When all this is over, and 50 years from now, when everyone is looking back, make sure that history doesn't just talk about the virus. Make sure it talks about the people that didn't let the virus change the world, but the people that changed the world because of how the virus helped them grow. Now at this point in my speech, I'm hoping that I've made it through without too many mistakes. While I've gotten quite good at giving individual speeches, thanks to the many speeches that a lot of you have received from me throughout the years, Giving a big speech like this is a little different. I guess the good thing about recording this, though, is I can redo it as many times as I want. When writing this, I wasn't sure how I wanted to end it. Then I realized all I needed to do was state that we are the class of 2020, because this sums up everything about us. We are resilient, strong, accomplished, smart, kind, sometimes a little crazy, definitely one of a kind, and never to be forgotten. We always knew that we were special from the beginning. I firmly believe that we were given this to deal with because God knew that we could handle it. We can handle anything. So as we part and each go our separate ways, remember that we aren't just one of the many graduating classes of Breckinridge County High School. We are the class of 2020, the class that can and will change the world. Thank you all for an amazing 4 years, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you, Lauren. And now we'll be honored by our next valedictorian, Mr. John Douglas Thornhill.
Thank you, Mr. Cox. Good evening, Breckinridge County High School class of 2020. Congratulations on making it to this crossroads of life. While graduating high school is praiseworthy, our journeys are far from over. There are 144 of us graduating today, each with different stories, goals, and dreams. Though they may be different, the ambitions of each and every one of us are admirable. No matter your journey and accomplishments up to this point, what you do after this ceremony will matter immeasurably more. Steve Jobs once said, "I have looked in the mirror every morning and asked myself, if today were the last day of my life, would I want to do what I'm about to do today? And whenever the answer has been no for too many days in a row, I know I need to change something." Jobs' words boil down to this: passion is paramount to fulfillment. So, if we aren't enjoying our days, it might be, as REO Speedwagon put it, time for us to fly. Having passion for what we do will make the work much less taxing. Some of us have found a passion, some haven't yet, but it is my hope that each one of us will discover a path that brings us continual happiness. In order to achieve genuine fulfillment, we cannot underestimate the importance of hard work. The determining factors in our successes will not be our past achievements, but will be our work ethic and the determination we possess to strive for excellence. The beauty of this is that each one of us is in control of the quantity and quality of our work. This work may not always be easy or simplistic. At some points, it will be tempting to cut corners. It may seem like the right decision at the time, but it will not be. As the Houston Astros can tell us, it is imperative to attain success the right way. Doing so will make our successes much sweeter and provide us comfort even when we fail. Though passion and hard work are key for fulfillment, career success alone will not define our class. We will be defined by how we treat others and the differences we make for others. Part of treating people well is being thankful to those who have had a positive impact on us. On behalf of our class, I would like to thank Dr. Carter, Mr. Cox, the administration, the counselors, and the staff of our high school. We are lucky to have attended a school with the quantity and quality of opportunities as Breckinridge County High School. It is wonderful to have a superintendent, principal, and school that are champions for all of us every day. We have all been positively impacted by people in our lives, so I challenge all of us to thank those people. Even if we can't thank them in person, we can write a note, pick up the phone, or send an email. I challenge us not only to be thankful, but to ourselves be worthy of thanks. Our successes have and will depend partly upon the support of others, and it is our responsibility to pass that on. Lending a helping hand, however we are able, is a simple but highly effective way we can be there for others. Showing care, compassion, and selflessness will be much more memorable than the career paths we choose. And finally, I challenge us to make the most of every day. In a poem aptly titled, "How Did It Get So Late So Soon?" Dr. Seuss ends by pondering the passage of time with the lines, "My goodness, how the time has flown. How did it get so late so soon?" Published 1 year before his death, Seuss's words serve as a testament to the finite nature of time. Each day is an opportunity to improve our lives, the lives of others, and to enjoy life. Planning for the future is important, but life is happening today. We should not discount the opportunity of each day because it will become late sooner than we think. So, class of 2020, I hope we will be successful, but more importantly, I hope we will be good people. The world needs more of that. Thank you.
Thank you to our salutatorian and valedictorians on those wonderful speeches. Now, our superintendent of Breckinridge County School District, Dr. Nick Carter, will address the class of 2020.
Good evening and welcome. It is truly an honor this evening to extend my congratulations to you, the class of 2020. But before I address you tonight, I'd like to share something with your parents, families, and friends. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your child with us in the Breckinridge County School District. These remarkable young adults who make up the class of 2020 inspire the work of our district daily. Their futures are bright, and I am blessed to serve as their superintendent. Now, it is an honor that I have this opportunity to speak tonight to each of you in the graduating class of 2020. First, I want to allow you a chance to reflect on your blessings. I would like for each of you to take a moment and think about the ones who are watching this moment with you tonight. These are the people in your lives who have supported you during good and bad times. The people who are and always will be in your corner. I encourage you to give these special people in your life a hug the next time you're able to do so and thank them for being in your corner. For all of you who are loved ones of these incredible graduates, I want to thank you for entrusting the Breckinridge County School District with them. These young adults are ready to soar into their future plans. Thank you. Class of 2020, I have 3 pieces of advice for you tonight as you prepare for your exciting futures. First, it's called Trouble with the Curve. For those of us who love to watch and play baseball and softball, we're familiar with the term trouble with the curve. Some really good hitters in baseball and softball have trouble with hitting a curveball. Life is a lot like that. Things can be going really well one day, and then you get hit with a major curveball. For you, class of 2020, the most recent curveball was the novel coronavirus, COVID-19. Helen Keller once said, "Although the world is full of suffering, it is also full of the overcoming of it." Life is full of challenges and obstacles. Stay positive, and you will continue to overcome obstacles sent your way. The second piece of advice, don't let poor choices keep you down. We're all a work in progress in life. Don't let poor choices keep you down. Learn from mistakes and strive not to make them again. None of us is perfect, and our ability to get back up after being knocked down is what makes us all great. Legendary football coach Paul Bear Bryant said this about mistakes. When you make a mistake, there are only 3 things you should ever do about it. Admit it, learn from it, and don't repeat it. Accept that you are going to mess up from time to time. Commit to learning from each mistake and being better. The third piece of advice for you is stay focused. Life gets busier by the day. Don't get caught up in the busy part of life and forget what your purpose is. I encourage you to live life to the fullest, love people, and don't forget to laugh. Live, laugh, and love. I am beyond excited for each of you in the class of 2020. Enjoy this moment as you close out the high school chapter in your book of life. What will the next chapter in your book of life look like? I cannot wait to read those chapters. Congratulations and best wishes to you, class of 2020. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Carter. I'd like to take this opportunity and recognize a few members of the class of 2020 who have served as members of our principal council for the last 4 years. Miss Hallie Barr, Braxton Carmen, Preston Cottrell, Janae Leslie, Madison Thompson, and Peyton Whitworth. I want to thank each of you from the bottom of my heart. Your ideas have impacted many lives. You've created memories for many students in our building, memories that will last a lifetime. I appreciate everything you've done for BCHS and for me. Please take the same passion that you have displayed in our building over the years and apply it to your everyday lives. Again, thank you to each of you. Now, Miss Sarah Butler and Miss Chandler Dow will recognize the honor graduates of the class of 2020.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is our pleasure to introduce to you tonight the honor graduates of the class of 2020. They will be introduced in 3 groups determined by their overall grade point average during their high school career. Seniors, please stand when your name is called, remain standing, and then we will congratulate you as a group. The first group is the cum laude graduates, having grade point averages ranging from 3.30 to 3.49. They are listed in ascending order. Brenton Floyd Turner, Zachary Lamaster McDaniel, Justin Daniel Shrewsbury, Ellen Marie Gentry, Jesse Michael Scott Campbell, Peyton Joanne Eckert, Tessa Jo Grace Allen, Hope Elizabeth Albright, Noah Richard Knight, David Lee Mormon, Anna Nicole Crowder, Noah James Anthony, Cade Leslie Casey, Paul Anthony Reagan. You may be seated. The second group, those graduating with high honors or magna cum laude, has grade point averages ranging from 3.50 to 3.79. They are Jonathan Marshall King, Hunter Lee Brown, Hunter Cade Elder, Matthew James Mercer, Aaron Joseph McGillivray, Charity Lee Borders, Stephen Chris Tall, Maddie Hillary Pike, Michael Braxton Carmen, Austin Kyle Stevenson, Abigail Faith Shannon, Brianna Mae Whitworth, Jalen Gage Powell, Ethan Anthony O'Donohue, Gavin Blade Dowell, Trenton Joseph Brown, Sarah Elizabeth Hagman, Paige Cheyenne Kugel, Jacob Dylan Gardner. You may be seated. The remaining graduates have grade point averages ranging from 3.80 to 4.4989. They are the summa cum laude graduates. Keely Elizabeth Bayman, Jacob David Ball, Jacob Andrew Schultz, Rebecca Mae Shannon, Gabriel Christopher Martin, Olivia Jane Dowell, Olivia Gail Biggs, Brianna Nicole Parr, Mariah Faith Goff, Anna Rose Adkins, Chloe Shea Dinner, Riley Elizabeth Whitfield, Aubrey Rose Tabor, Preston Colby Cottrell, Autumn Blaze Rogers, Logan Alexander Johnson, Kavion Latrell Mitchell, Benjamin Riley Dowell, Madison Taylor Thompson, Natalie Kaylin Tabor, Christopher Lloyd Harbison, Ellis Kurt Basham, Peyton Jewel Whitworth, Alyssa Faye McCubbins, Morgan Lacey Lucas, Kaylee Grace Moore, Jackson Duncan Lentz, Abigail Denise James, Alexis Renee Vincent, Lena Zing, Mackenzie Lynn Jones, Hunter Darlene Freimeyer, John Roland Adkins Smith, Rachel Elise McCoy, Ashley Ray Hinton, Abigail Jane Morton, Hallie Vanita Barr, Megan Jo Howell, Hunter Allen Dockery, Janae Elizabeth Leslie, Wyman Noah Dowell, Lauren Faith Whitfield, John Douglas Thornhill. You may be seated.
Seated on the stage are the top 3% graduates of the class of 2020. We also recognize members of each graduating class who have attended the prestigious Carroll Martin Gatton Academy at Western Kentucky University or Craft Academy for Excellence in Science and Mathematics at Morehead State University. Please stand and remain standing as I call your name. Ms. Hallie Vanita Barr. Hallie is the daughter of Chris and Stephanie Barr of Hardinsburg. Hallie will be attending the University of Kentucky in the fall, where she plans to major in English for the pre-law track. After college graduation, Hallie plans to attend law school. Ms. Megan Jo Howell. Megan is the daughter of Todd and Kayla Howell of Irvington. Megan will be attending Elizabethtown Community and Technical College in the fall, where she plans to obtain her associate's degree and enter into the nursing program. After her first 2 years, Megan plans to transfer to Western Kentucky University to complete her bachelor's degree and enter the medical field. Mr. Hunter Allen Dockery. Hunter is the son of Greg and Jennifer Dockery of Westview. For the past 2 years, Hunter has been dual enrolled at Breckinridge County High School and the Craft Academy for Excellence in Science and Mathematics at Morehead State University. Hunter will be attending the University of Kentucky in the fall, where he plans to major in biology. After college graduation, Hunter plans to continue his education in medical school. Ms. Janae Elizabeth Leslie. Janae is the daughter of Steve and Jennifer Leslie of Hudson. Janae plans to attend Western Kentucky University in the fall, where she will major in communication disorders. Janae will also be a cheerleader for the Hilltoppers. After college graduation, Janae plans to obtain her master's degree in speech-language pathology. Next is our 2020 Salutatorian, Mr. Wyman Noah Dowell. Noah is the son of Neil and Angie Dowell of Hardinsburg. Noah plans to attend the University of Evansville in the fall, where he will major in engineering. One of our valedictorians for the class of 2020 is Ms. Lauren Faith Whitfield. Lauren is the daughter of Ricky and Betty Whitfield of Hardinsburg. Lauren plans to attend Murray State University in the fall and major in psychology. One of our valedictorians for the class of 2020 is Mr. John Douglas Thornhill. John is the son of Stephen and Lynn Thornhill of Hardinsburg. For the past 2 years, John has been dual enrolled at Breckinridge County High School and the Carroll Martin Gatton Academy at Western Kentucky University. John plans to continue his education at Western Kentucky University in the fall, where he will double major in mathematics and economics. After college graduation, John plans to enter into the field of investment banking. Congratulations and best wishes to all of you.
Thank you, Ms. Butler and Ms. Dale. Along with our superintendent, Dr. Nick Carter, assistant principal, Mr. Jonathan Bennett, and assistant principal, Mr. Stace McElfresh, it is now my honor and privilege to present the graduates with their diplomas.
Anna Rose Atkins. Hope Elizabeth Albright. Tessa Jo Grace Allen. Noah James Anthony. Jordan Todd Arms. William Jonathan Alston. Jacob David Ball. Trevor Alexander Ballard. Hallie Vanita Barr. Ellis Kurt Basham. Olivia Gail Biggs. Michaela Grace Blair. Ryan Scott Blandford. Keely Elizabeth Bayman. Charity Lee Borders. Malachi Dale Brickner. Hunter Lee Brown. Trenton Joseph Brown. Alyssa Nicole Bruner. James Aaron Kane. Jesse Michael Scott Campbell. Austin Miller Carmen. Michael Braxton Carmen. Jordan Ray Chevalier. Paige Cheyenne Kugel. Preston Colby Cottrell. Anna Nicole Crowder. Chloe Shay Dinner. Cole Jacob Dinner. Dylan Michael Deaver. Hunter Allen Dockery. Benjamin Riley Dow. Emily Jean Dow. Gavin Blade Dow. Olivia Jane Dow. Wyman Noah Dow. Noah Blake Drain. Kylie Elizabeth Dyer. Peyton Joanne Eckert. Hunter Cade Elder. Isabella Nicole Fisher. Maximus Riley Friend. Hunter Darlene Freimeyer. Marvin Scott Galloway. Jacob Dylan Gardner. Ellen Marie Gentry.
Mariah Faith Goff. Ethan Tyler Graham.
Darius McCoy Gray. Patience Nicole Green. Sarah Elizabeth Hagman. Thomas Dylan Hall. Christopher Lloyd Harbison. Damian Nathaniel Harden. Lillian May Hendrick. Dalton Taylor Henthorn. Tyler Daniel Herhuth. Ashley Ray Hinton. Callie Jade Hinton. Brian Donald Hobbs.
Megan Joe Howell.
Trey Landon Irwin. Abigail Denise James. Chad Odell Johnson. Jatavion Dante Johnson. Logan Alexander Johnson. Ashanti Marie Jones. Haley Ellen Jones. Mackenzie Lynn Jones. Cade Leslie Casey. Jonathan Marshall King. Noah Richard Knight. John Caleb Caressel. Jackson Duncan Lentz. Janae Elizabeth Leslie.
Brock Allen Lucas. Craig Stephen Lucas. Morgan Lacey Lucas. Jake Patrick Lyons. Livy Alexander Marsh. Gabriel Christopher Martin. Caleb Michael Masterson. Willa Mae Mattingly. Rachel Elise McCoy. Alyssa Faye McCubbins. Lucas James McDaniel. Zachary Lamaster McDaniel. Hannah Nicole McDowell. Aaron Joseph McGilvray. Michael Lee McVeigh. Benjamin Davis Metter. Dax Braden Medvesic. Matthew James Mercer. Amber Louise Miller. Kendall Shea Miller. Kavion Latrell Mitchell. Kaylee Grace Moore. David Lee Mormon. Sergio Bruno Onofre Morales. Abigail Jane Morton.
Alyssa Faith Mucker.
Hunter Thomas Myatt. Ethan Anthony O'Donohue. Brianna Nicole Parr. Spencer Allen Pate. Ariel Nicole Phillips. Maddie Hillary Pike. Jalen Gage Pyle. Paul Anthony Reagan. Autumn Blaze Rogers. Brittany Gale Rose. Jonathan Jacob Rose. Tyler Martin Rudolph. Madison Lynn Sanders. Dana Lee Shamor. Justice Sue Sears. Abigail Faith Shannon. Rebecca May Shannon. Jacob Andrew Schiltz. Sierra Jade Short. Justin Daniel Shrewsbury. Tabitha Lynn Sims. John Roland Atkins Smith. Isabella Marie Sprouse. Austin Kyle Stevenson. Aubrey Rose Tabor. Billy Bryant Tabor III. Natalie Kaylin Tabor. Stephen Chris Tall. Madison Taylor Thompson. John Douglas Thornhill. Daniel Cole Travis. Helen Marie Tucker. Brenton Floyd Turner. Alexis Renee Vincent. Stella DeMornay Waddell. Dustin Michael Ware. Raydanya K. Wells. Quavion Arquise Whitaker. Lauren Faith Whitfield. Riley Elizabeth Whitfield. Chelsea Aurelia Whitney. Brianna May Whitworth. Haley Grace Whitworth. Peyton Jewel Whitworth. Lena Zing.
Class of 2020. At the beginning of the year, we spoke as a class, all 148 of you, along with Mr. Bennett, Mr. Michael Fresh, Miss Butler, Miss Dow, Miss Anthony, and me, and we made a commitment. We made a commitment to act like champions in every facet of our lives. We committed to performing like champions. We committed to working like champions. We committed to treating each other like champions. And we made the ultimate commitment of just being a champion. Class of 2020, thank you for accepting that challenge and being a champion. You've personified every characteristic of a champion. You have worked hard to get to this point. You have cared for others and exhibited a passion for your classmates. You are kind, and you have shown your teachers the utmost respect as you have graced their classrooms with your presence. Thank you for being a champion. it is my honor to ask all the graduates to move your tassels to the left side. By the power of my position as principal of Breckinridge County High School, I hereby confer your degrees. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present to you the class of 2020.
I was gonna start that first ball game, hear the home crowd yelling out my name. I love sitting by Braxton every day at homeroom, but knowing that it's over just doesn't seem true. It's just so hard to see past what's happening to me. This ain't how it's supposed to be. Even though I feel alone, I know I'm not the only one, 'cause I'm missing this with everyone. I guess I won't get to walk across that stage, and you can't understand if you ain't my age. Mama had a dress picked out for me, and Grandma was gonna be so proud to see. It's just so hard to be what I'm supposed to be. I know my life's in front of me, but this year was gonna be the one. I'll be okay in the long run, and I'm missing this with everyone. We were born into a world that's forever changed. Since the towers fell, it hasn't been the same. But the Lord put me here for a purpose, I know. And I can't wait to get a chance to show what I'm gonna be. You'll be so proud of me. This all will be behind us, you will see. There's no reason you should feel alone, 'cause you know you're not the only ones. This too shall pass, my son. Your life has just begun. Say a prayer for the ones who lost. We'll stop believing at any cost, and we'll get through this with everyone. We'll get through it with everyone.
Mama said, don't give up, it's a little complicated, all tied up, no more love, and I'd hate to see days we wanted everything, wanted everything. Stay up on that rise, stay up on that rise, never come down. Oh, stay up on that rise, stay up on that rise, never come down. Mama said, don't give up, it's a little complicated, all tied up, no more love, and I'd hate to see you waiting. They say it's all been done, but they haven't seen the best of me. So I got one more run, and it's gonna be a sight to see. Had to have high hopes for a living, shooting for the stars when I couldn't make a killing. Didn't have a dime, but I always had a vision, always had high hopes. Had to have high hopes for a living, didn't know how, but I always had a feeling I was gonna be that one in a million. Always had high hopes. Had to have high hopes for a living, shooting for the stars when I couldn't make a killing. Didn't have a time, but I always had a vision, always had high hopes. Had to have high hopes for a living, didn't know how, but I always had a feeling I was gonna be that one in a million. Always had high hopes.
Dear class of 2020, on August 7th, 2019, at 10:43 a.m., I frantically ran from this auditorium to the front office to make an all-call for the seniors, the class of 2020, to report to the auditorium for the final class meeting. I can remember the butterflies in my stomach as I nervously stood in front of that magnificent group. I can remember the excitement in the eyes of each one of you sitting in that crowd. There was not a whisper. All eyes were on me. Before any words could come out, I thought, wow, what a group. And how lucky am I that I get to spend this upcoming year with this awesome group. As I fast forward to April the 20th, 2020, at 3:30 p.m., those butterflies return, and that nervous feeling again consumes me. This time, though, I am surrounded by feelings of disappointment, anger, frustration, and helplessness. What am I going to do? How can I help this group that is so special to me? I miss them. This is not supposed to happen to this class. Why? I'll go back to that discussion we had on that day on August the 7th. We spoke about making this a year to remember. We spoke about giving it our all every day. We spoke about being involved and making memories. We spoke about being champions. Now, as I reflect in tears on the year we just abruptly ended, I smile as I think about all the great things that we did. You did make this a year to remember. You did give it all every day. You were champions. You make me think about how happy each of you made me when I encountered you in the hallways. You make me think about packing gymnasiums and stadiums full of maroon and cheering on our Tigers. You make me think about the fun and the excitement you brought to this school and life in general. Although there is a lot of disappointment with the ending of this amazing year, I can't help but think about all the positives that have come from this year. The classes in our building had the opportunity to watch champions on a daily basis. They watched your actions, your demeanors, and your love. Class of 2020, you have left a legacy here at Breckinridge County High School. I can't thank you enough for allowing me the opportunity to have had a part of your lives. I love you all, and I will remember you all forever. I'll leave you just how we start every morning here at the high school. Everyone work really hard, have a great day, and be a champion.